Hey friends, happy Wednesday morning. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey guys, I just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I really, really hope blesses you. In my Bible study this morning, I was in Psalm 84. Guys, this is a beautiful psalm. I highly, highly suggest that you read it. It will just fill your heart with joy the way it did mine. But Spurgeon called this the Psalm of Peace, and rightly so, because this psalm is so comforting. But in verse 5, this is what I wanted to remind you guys this morning. It was really on my heart. It says, "Blessed is the one," and I'm a paraphrase, "Blessed is the one whose strength is in you, whose heart is set on pilgrimage. As they travel through the valley of Baca, they will make it a place of springs." And it says that the autumn rains will bring pools. And then what goes on to say, they go from strength to strength until they appear before God in Zion. There's a couple things about this, but what I want to remind you guys is we are all going to go through this valley of Baca. This is a valley of weeping. It's a valley of sadness. And we're all going to go through it because there's sin in the world, and sin just brings sadness. It just does. There's no way around it. We are in a world that's spiraling even further and further into it. So there's so many things going on. I talk to so many Christians going through stuff. And, let me remind you that Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. We got to remember that. But there's a couple things that we need to remember. Remember that we're all on a journey. Our hearts have to be set on pilgrimage. Our hearts have to be set on our heavenly home and getting there. So as we pass through this valley of weeping, there's going to be, we will make it a place of springs, because these springs are grace. We drink in the grace, and we get the grace that comes from God's fountain of comfort and consolation. Do you just love that or what? God's going to be with us on this journey, guys. And this is just such a great verse. Now listen to this. We go from strength to strength because we give grace upon grace upon grace. So when we lean on God, we have this fountain of strength that never ends. If you've ever run a long distance race, you know that you don't go from strength to strength, especially if you're running a marathon or an ultra marathon. You go from strength to fatigue, and then hopefully you get back to strength by what you eat or you take a rest. But you don't go from strength to strength. But in the power of God, we go from strength to strength. And it's because of his grace upon grace upon grace. Do you just love that or what? So guys, as we travel through this valley of Baca, just remember, we're all in this together, and we got to keep our eyes on the finish line, because if we stay faithful, and we have to stay faithful, we are going to stand before our God in Zion. Do you just love that or what? So guys, I really, really hope that blesses you. And no matter what you're going through today, guys, just remember that God is with you. You're not alone, and this life is not all there is. We are going to reach that finish line. We're going to stand before God. So hope that blesses you guys. Have a most amazing day.